Alright guys, alright, follow me along is I'm fixing to make a little stand for this food bowl for cats, for small cats and dogs. So tell you what, let's go on the other side where I've got the miter saw and I'll show you what I got planned. Alright, so what I've got here is I got a couple of pieces of scrap wood. This is just some 1/2-inch plywood that's been cut and left over, just some scrap. So I've done the measurement. Grab the bowl here. The bottom of this is measuring like 6 1/8. So I was needing something that's at least 6 1/8 of an inch width. Well, this is coming out to almost 6 3/8. So that's enough wiggle room right there for it. So this right here, I'm going to get this cut. Actually, after I get this cut square, this piece here is going to be our sides. So I've already measured it. Taking one of my new measurers, one of the tools I just got off of Amazon. So I've already got it set that way. So now we're going to measure it and get it cut to where it is flat. Okay? So got that measured that way. I'm going to take my square. I'm going to line up that mark. Got that mark there. I'm going to cut it on the miter saw. Yeah, same miter saw I cut my hand on. I'll get that lined up. Now, I've still got a piece here I can still use. So, since this has got the finished side, I'll go in and before I start assembling it on the other side, I'll sand everything down. So now, what we want is the bottom of this to be I want the sides 2.5 inches, but this mounted at 1/4 inch below there. So what we need, since that is the same width, need two pieces that are 2.5 inches. So come over here, 2.5. And that one's not quite 2.5. Tape measure, just had it. There it is. Things like to get lost around here. I got 2 5/16. That's not tall enough. But we know that is. So we need something that's going to be 2.5 inches this way and then 6 3/8. Should be like 6 3/8. So 6 3/8 that way, 6 3/8 that way. I'll get rid of that one for right now. That one probably still come in handy. We'll actually probably use that for the side, the front and back. So now we need 2.5. And we're going to have to go this way. So actually we're going to do 6 3/8. So we'll mark it again. Use the trusty square. Now we know that is 6 3/8. So now we just got to come down 2.5 inches. Cut our second one. Now I've got I ain't measuring right. I'll measure 2.5. Oh, sawdust. Well, it's actually measuring 2 5/8 for some reason. Well, that way my measurement is off. Alright, I'll get these pieces cut and we'll meet you back on the other side. Alright, so I got my pieces cut. There's the bottom and everything. And then I've got my two sides. These are 2.5 inches in width. And they're the 6 3/8, or 6, actually got them at 6 1/4. I wound up cutting everything up on the table saw, that way I knew everything was accurate compared to being the miter saw. And then I've got these other two pieces a little bit longer. This is going to be the front and the back. So what we got to do is got to mark these here. And I'm using 1 1/4 brad nails, 18 gauge brad nails. Since these are 2.5 inches, I want to have 1/4 inch more up on top. So I need to go to 2 1/4 inches. I got that marked. Got the pencil. Alright, so that one's marked. And I'm going to mark this one here. I like having these. These make it so much simpler and easier to just basically set it and forget it as far as your measurements. Just lock that in and you're good to go. Now that right there, this is going to show, this is where I'm going to have the bottom. That's the top of the bottom where the board's going to go on here. So it's going to go just like that. Going to have 1/4 inch from the bottom up, because that bowl is going to sit down inside there, and this way it doesn't let it move around. So let's get some glue. And yes, I like using my Gorilla Glue. Been a long day already. I'm going to get this marked. Already marked and everything. That's on there. Now I got to figure out how exactly I'm going to get this done so I can, as they say, pop a brad in it. So now with this, I need to come up, because that's less than 2.5 inches. So I'm at 2 inches. So we're going to go 1 3/4. Now we don't have to do much, just kind of eyeball that. Well, that's kind of setting up some. Make sure that's kind of set. flipped out. That's no big deal. And I'm gonna reposition it. There we go. Now get this moved over. Give it a Brad. That's all it's going to take. That one kind of came through, but no big deal. Food bowl is going to go over it. This is for animals, okay? I'm a little proud. Oh well. Put some glue there. No, I know I don't have that just yet. Like so. We got one more to go. We'll put the final one on right there. And I put glue where I didn't need it. That's okay. I can wipe it off. Well, just wipe that off. These have already got a little bit of a finish on it. So it'll help seal it. So there's that. I'm going to put that bowl out. Put it on the other side. Be right back. Now, if all the measurements came out correctly, this is going to drop down in there. And it does. That'll work. I'll get that one pushed back out. But there you go. Just a little raised for your small animals. Something quick and easy, just out of some 1/2-inch plywood. If anybody's interested, let me know. I will be making and selling these. So, just let me know. Tell me what you think. Alright guys, leave me a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that bell notification. Later guys.